So CBS alphabetically is the next one, and I think we should talk about Crazy Ones from CBS, another comedy. Obviously, you like it, so there's your snap judgment.
Delightful. I find it delightful.
I mean, I did like it, and I liked, I liked a lot of the elements of it. There's the fast-paced dialogue. I liked the actors. I thought they were all pretty solid in their roles. Robin Williams was very Robin Williams, but he didn't really overpower everybody the way that I kind of expected him to. But I'll say this, like I don't really know what the show is week to week because the pilot is so heavily, and even the trailer is so heavily based around Kelly Clarkson, who is great in the role. She spoofs herself, she's funny, it's really fun, but she's not in the show week to week. And so I found that since so much of the time was devoted to her and her character, when you take her away, there's not really a whole lot left. And so I don't know then if, episodes 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, will then have every week a guest star situation like that where it really does revolve on the client and the guest star and whatever, or if it will finally go back into these characters and maybe see their home lives and maybe get to know them more. And I would hope that it's the latter, but if it's the latter, I would have hoped that you would have set that up more in the pilot.
So yeah, I very much, when I was watching it, I was kind of feeling like it's not procedural based in a way, because it is kind of like it is a client of the week,
right?
And that's my assumption, not like, oh my god, we've heard from like TCA or whatever, that's definitely gonna be the case. But it just very much felt like, okay, this is their client of the week, and we will get, we've gotten glimpses of of who they are and what
glimpses, but
I
want
like,
more.
I feel like
if you have half an hour to sell us what your show is, not just to sell us this half-hour pilot, I want to know more about your characters, not the person who I'm not going to see ever again.
See, and my thing is, one of the issues that I find a lot of pilots have, and this is just kind of a universal issue, is that so many pilots are so heavy-handed with exposition about, oh my god,
sure,
these are who the characters are. So I kind of appreciated that, I felt like I figuratively walked out of that half an hour getting a sense of who these characters are, what their relationship is like, and it was enough to make me to want to go forward versus having, okay, so this is our relationship and this is everything that you need to know.
But I'm not saying say it, but there are ways to show it. And I will say also, I mean, above and beyond getting a sense of who they are, a glimpse, maybe I know who they are, but I don't, above and beyond the client of the week issues, I don't really know what to expect from them every week, and I don't really know why I should care above and outside of the work environment. And maybe we're not supposed to. Maybe it is going to strictly be that workplace client of the week, as you said, comedy style procedural. I don't want to watch that. So, I mean, I like the pilot for what it was, but if I'm judging it as what it's going to be as a series, I'm still on the fence.
See, I like the idea of kind of getting, these clients, and, obviously, that's almost a spoiler.
If it's in the trailer, it's not a spoiler. Someone said that to me yesterday, and I was like, you know what? Very true point, because they tell us not to review things too early, but then the trailers give everything away.
But there's a difference we don't need to go into in depth here, but it's the upfront trailers are designed to sell.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the ones that are online.
Right, but a lot of those are the upfront things, because they figure they're out there already, it's going to get spoiled. I mean, I think there's only one trailer I can think of this year that doesn't have the entire content of what we saw, which was another CBS show. But I feel like most of the time, whether it reveals the entire pilot or not, those trailers are out there.
Oh, yeah,
and that's unfortunate.
That's what I'm saying.
But I just feel like that's, I don't know. It's a weird line. Anyways, but no, I mean, I feel like there's a really fun venue to play with, because there are a million cop shows, there are a million doctor shows. I guess it's Mad Men, but that's a different kind of show.
Totally,
So it's for me, I like the idea of exploring this territory that I'm personally not super familiar with. I'm kind of intrigued to see where this goes, and I like these characters. I thought the actors did a really good job, because like you said, Robin Williams is very Robin Williamsy, but he was very contained and controlled in a way that was impressive to me. That let everyone else also shine. Like James Wolk, amazing. Sarah Michelle Gellar, surprisingly hilarious. I did not someone told me that a couple of months ago, and I'm like, sure.
Well, I mean, I think she had nice moments of humor, even back in the Buffy days.
Yeah, but moments of humor and being good in a comedy are two different things.
No, I know. I was just gonna say that I always found her more enjoyable when she was being funny on Buffy than the other stuff. Yeah. So, and that's me, because I just have weird taste.
No,
But
I agree.
so
It's
I mean,
hard.
I liked her as well. I did like that she had one little sort of Buffy-esque moment in the pilot as well, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, if you do that every week, it's gonna get old, but it's cute.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it definitely has potential.
Yeah. I say it made me laugh out loud probably the most
Okay.
any of the pilots that I've seen. Because there were a couple that I did laugh out loud about, and there were a couple that I just enjoyed, but it probably was the one that made me actually laugh out loud the most. And I love how, yeah. So
Cool.
we'll talk more as we get closer to the season, but I really enjoyed it.